the mic, bro. I'm telling you. The dirty quality.
I will fuck your bitch podcast.
Listen. It is episode...
The world's changing too fucking fast, Mike.
Let's tell people why didn't we have an episode last week. We went to the studio. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we went to the studio.
We went to the shed. We went to make some music. V and AP are our artists. We are here making tracks.
We're making music.
Music will be coming soon. I don't know. You want to say anything about it? On the music?
Be ready for it. It's gonna be something new.
Something fresh. But yeah, that's why we didn't have an episode. We actually did try to record a podcast, but I think it just went horribly wrong. Is that what happened?
It went terrible.
I think I might have been too high.
There was no preparation on either side. That was the main issue, you know.
Yeah, that is true. But we're back, guys, and we're here to throw critical race theory in your face again, right?
Let's get it out the way. Let's bury it. Fuck it.
Nah, it's fine. We can talk about it, man. That doesn't matter.
I don't wanna, because I'm fucking. There's nothing else. I mean, I've said so much about this shit already. I feel like it shouldn't like. Fuck. Listen.
What do you wanna?
Well, I got some documents here, for example, just to show you. This is from Seattle University School of Law.
Okay. That boy brought out the facts.
On their website.
I want to see what you got.
It's called Living History Interview with Richard Delgado and John Stefanik. And it's available to everyone. You can just Google search it, right? It's an interview with Richard Delgado and John Stefanik. So these are two very famous critical theorists.
Gotcha.
And
they interviewed them?
Yeah, they interviewed them, and they were talking about Marxism and shit.
Who interviewed them?
Who interviewed them?
Just some random dude?
Someone from the...
university?
Yeah, this is someone that just fucking interviewed them. So here we can move along. I can't even see the fucking part.
I got you. I'm gonna put the light on. Somebody who fucks with critical race theory right now would be like, bro, what are you pulling up, man? What are you doing, man? What is this? This is all biased.
So here we have Richard Delgado, where he talks about like the creation of critical race theory, where it was where they just got together and made it, right? So here you can see he ends up saying, I was a member of the founding conference. He's talking about the founding conference of critical race theory, right? Where they, because the question is, can you talk about the evolution of critical race theory since its founding?
I mean, wasn't it made by a bunch of Marxists in a room?
Yeah.
Okay, just clear. That's what James Lindsay had said.
Well, this is Delgado saying.
These are two of the guys.
Yeah.
Was there more?
Yeah, there's a couple more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was a member of the founding conference. 24 of us gathered in Madison, Wisconsin to see what we had in common and whether we could plan a joint action in the future, whether we had a scholarly agenda we could share, and perhaps a name for the organization. I had taught at the University of Wisconsin, and Kimberly Crenshaw later joined the faculty as well. The school seemed a logical site for it because of the Institute for Legal Studies that David Trubeck was running at that time, and because of the Hasty Fellowship program. The school was center of left as an academic legal thought, so we gathered at that convent for 2.5 days around a table in an austere room with stained glass windows and crucifixes here and there, an odd place for a bunch of Marxists, and worked out a set of principles. So that's a self-described Marxist.
He literally just admitted it.
There we can go on, move a little bit further here. As to the interview, he goes on to talk a little bit more about Marx. This is Richard Delgado, where he's talking about the Marxist concept of surplus value. So he says this, he's asked a question. The question has to do with an international. He's talking basically about whether or not Obama's done a good amount to address matters of race on a global scale, and in terms of equality and human rights, right? So Delgado answers, he says, this relates to a Marxist concept, that of surplus value, essentially. Marx held that workers in a shoe factory are never going to be paid enough by their employer to afford the product they make.
Worker cooperatives, what are it's called?
No. He's talking about just a normal under capitalism.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Just in general, like.
Yeah, he's talking about how Marx describes capitalism as working. So capitalism always functions in this way, So he's just continuously going on about fucking capitalism. You can see the other documents. He even in the fucking book on it. I mean, if you read the first chapter of Critical Race Theory and Introduction, all their shit is there. The first chapter they mention Marx like 100 fucking times.
It's not even that. I mean,
this is another.
It's a rap. Just admitting he's a Marxist is like. Yeah, isn't that enough?
Well,
like
they completely admit it. This is another. This woman.
They're not shy about it. Like they're openly.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like here's Angela Harris. She's another fucking critical theorist. She actually teaches it. Right?
Where?
Yeah, she's a university law professor at the Columbia Journal of Marx is mentioned here, whether it's in the citations or in the actual just basic text. He's mentioned 39 times here. Right? This is just 17 pages.
17 pages, 39 times he's been brought up.
Yes. And so this is what supposedly has nothing to do with Marxism, right? Here she's kissing his ass again. Marx famously wrote, "The philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point is to change it." He did say that. Marx definitely did say that.
Wow. I honestly don't... Oh, keep going, go.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, like...
I'm not going to fucking read this shit. That's just...
White fragility?
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, this is... The author is a white author who's actually in charge of the Department of Whiteness Studies at some university.
Oh, whiteness studies.
Which is another one of those ridiculous things. So just to end this critical race
theory. Yeah, go ahead.
So, critical race theory, a lot of the concepts it gets are, well, let's just generically, let's bring it back. Let's do a 5-second history lesson. Critical race theory was brought up in Harvard, right, by lawyers, and those lawyers, a lot of them were also part of what was called critical legal theory or critical legal studies, and critical legal studies is based on critical theory, and critical theory, of course, its entire purpose is to achieve socialism.
Right.
And you can look, for example, in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, and I mean, you can just, it's the most, first of all, you look up the section on critical theory in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. I mean, they mention Marx a whole bunch of times in the article as well, right? For good reason. I think in the second sentence, they already start mentioning Marx because he's that foundational to critical theory. There is no, there is no theory of critique.
Right. Without him,
Marx.
Without his views and shit.
So not only does the idea, this is from the Stanford Encyclopedia, right? Not only does the idea of a comprehensive theory, they're talking about critical theory, this is in that article, presuppose that there is a socialist society that fulfills the norm of human emancipation. That's the entire purpose of every critical theory.
Wow. And this is... Where was this? This was in what? Stanford?
This is the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. It's a very reliable source.
People trust this.
Like 100%. My fucking philosophy professor would fucking have citations from there. You know what I mean?
And that is there.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the whole idea with people, like, really, like, brushing it off that it's not a plan for socialism? What do you...
Because it goes against the fucking bullshit that people
That they want. Wow.
Why would you admit that?
I mean, generally, I feel like a lot of people are dumb, though, and don't even know that it might...
Yeah, they don't. And they don't... it's not a... Look, the issue is...
Do you have the mic the right way, by the way? I always gotta... swag.
The issue is not, oh, well, do you... I don't know about this. The issue is, okay, if you're presented with evidence, will you change your mind? If the answer is no, then I'm wasting my time, obviously. Right?
Right. That's what I would say too. Like, if I can show you that it's actually...
And that goes for anything.
In life, period. Like, obviously. Wow.
So that's basically it. In other news, Elon Musk is a Republican.
Is he?
He's a Republican now, yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
That's what he said on Twitter.
It's weird that I feel like I relate to Elon just with him saying that about the whole like, and I know he's kind of trolling in a way.
It's so hard to know whether he's trolling or not.
It's because he's so good at it.
He's like, if I die soon, I didn't kill myself, man.
Yeah, under weird circumstances.
Yeah, if it was that type of shit, you don't know if he's trolling or not,
He's good at it. Yeah, he's good at it. But I do agree with him, bro. It's like the whole Democrats are on that fucking.
He is going through it though. Like they are pushing him already.
They want him out of here,
They're
bro.
They're pushing him out bad. Like, dude, first of all, the S&P 500 stock market index.
Isn't Tesla's down?
Tesla's way down.
I heard.
Right, but a lot of that has to do because like he has to spend $44 billion
Jesus
to
Christ.
buy Twitter.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Right.
I mean, he's still even like, he has that shit on a fucking.
Yeah.
Is he gonna cop it or not? He's talking about the whole percentage of how many people are actually bots. Is that the whole debate with it? Like,
listen, man, I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do, but I'll tell you this, bro. They've been going after his ass hard. I mean, even the money. All right, you've seen how drastically the shares for Tesla have gone down in the past few days.
Yeah.
They've gone down a lot. I think today they went down like at least 8% or some shit. If you take a look at what happened in the S&P 500 and the ESG fund, Environmental Sustainability and Governance companies, they removed Tesla from that list of companies, which automatically probably gets them removed from a whole lot of other ETFs and shit, which reduces the amount of shares that people buy. Like people would sell a whole bunch of shares.
Why are they so against him though? Honestly, they're just jealous.
Nah, I don't think they're jealous. I mean, the people who have the power to do that to him aren't like people that got much to be jealous of,
But I don't know. I don't get the whole hate on Elon. Then I don't get it.
There's a whole bunch of different people.
What if I like him? I'm a fan of what was it called? People used to tell me nepotism. Is that what it's called? Like if you, what is that? What's nepotism?
Why would they say you're a fan of nepotism?
Because I was defending Kim and she had money and somebody had told me, I forgot. They told me some bullshit like that.
Oh, it had to do with that type of shit?
I'm just saying because like since he's like a fucking billionaire and I'm defending a billionaire.
I get it.
Like I'm a fan of nepotism is something about money, right?
So
like
they think that you're basically kissing ass
type shit, yeah.
You're like, oh my god, like you're so.
Because he has money and like, bro, don't kiss ass to a billionaire, bro. You don't know what he like type shit. Like that's the whole vibe. That's like 40% of Twitter. Oh, you dick riding. I know you've seen the dick ride, bro. The dick riding tweets is at an all-time high, bro.
People want you to hate other people though, just
for the fucking sake of it.
Just for that sort of thing,
But yeah, regarding Elon, I really don't. I just don't get it, bro. Like why people just.
Yeah, his shares are down drastically. I mean, look, bro. If you own a company stock. And you figured out that $44 million are going to be removed from that company. $44 billion are going to be removed from that company because this is how he gets money. He has to sell stock.
Right.
I mean, would you keep your stock or would you sell that shit before it tanks?
I was going to say, he has it all there, right?
He has it there. That's the issue. And so if it goes, I mean...
And if he takes it out, he's going to have to pay taxes.
He does
a whole lot.
He does have to pay. I don't know how the taxes are since he's buying like another fucking cut. He's making a huge fucking purchase. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Yeah, he's paying a lot of fucking money, man. I don't know when the last time that.
Can we stop for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Swag. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, but yeah, let's wrap up Elon. I guess
he's just going through it, man. They're putting him. There's all this bullshit coming out now, saying in journals, in newspapers, they're saying that
sexual assault.
Yeah, that he paid this chick
$250K in a settlement.
Yeah, in a settlement.
I heard about that.
Fucking flex nuts, literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, that is sick if Elon did do that, but I feel like there's just like a whole smear campaign against him at this point.
How many guys just do that shit? And the chick is like, put that shit away.
Imagine.
This chick was like, fuck you, I'm gonna sue you, get the fuck. I understand the dude has like status and like that type of shit.
It's kind of hard.
And I understand it's like fucked up. You just pull your junk out in front of a chick, but like, she was gonna get raped by Elon. I don't know. I don't know what happened, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
The misogynistic boys. That's what it's like.
I'm just putting that out there, bro. It's just funny to me,
Pulling out your dick in front of a chick does sound mad funny.
There are some dudes that make some funny cases for fucked up shit.
Yeah, of course.
Bill Burr made a funny case for hitting women.
Oh, man.
I swear to God, he was... Listen, I'm not saying she deserved to get hit, but, like, you know...
I just feel like...
but don't say there's no reason.
Listen,
to hit a chick, don't...
Pulling out your dick in front of a chick is wild, first of all. You gotta have some fucking cojones.
Yeah, if you want to show her something, yeah.
Second of all, yeah, that's creep vibes, dog. Like, I can't... That's just, I'm just imagining some, like...
Never done that, bro. Never done that. When I was in kindergarten, this chick did ask me to fucking show her my cock. And I showed her my cock in exchange for...
in kindergarten?
Yeah, I showed her my cock in exchange for a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Okay.
It worked out. A deal is a deal, bro.
That's interesting, bro.
A deal is a deal, bro.
Listen, bro, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not having it, bro. She wanted to see the dick. I showed her a dick. That's what a dick looked like, a prepubescent.
Dude,
first of all, she was in second grade, so I feel sort of now I feel some type of weight now.
Damn, you were getting a little rapey.
I was getting a little, yeah.
She was getting a little rapey out of you?
I was thinking about it because I was on the bus and she was just looking and I was like, bitch.
The double standard with chicks, like with younger guys, is crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane. I feel like
we were both too retarded to. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna find that bitch and sue her now. She's not gonna hear the end of this shit, bro. I'm fucking.
It's crazy how like us, like fucking a teacher would be like fucking heaven and galore.
It would be.
No, I know. I'm saying it would be, but like, if like the fucking girl just gets fucking slaughtered, like fucking pig, you fucking pedophile. It's such a weird like
It is a weird dynamic, yeah.
It's just a weird thing how somebody just because they're another.
It depends though, because like guys are more likely to rape chicks.
Yeah, that's the thing,
right?
Though. So no,
whereas like dudes are more likely to like just if it happens, it's more likely to be consensual.
Listen, I never want the guy to have sex with a younger girl like that's younger than 18. That is not cool. Like if you're old, especially if you're like an adult and shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you're 19, like bro, how the fuck are you gonna have sex with a 17-year-old?
That's base. Yeah, I'm not rocking with that at all. But I'm just saying, like it's just crazy. Wait, what would you say? I didn't.
Say 19. How dare you have sex with a 17-year-old?
Oh, okay. You're eating shit. I mean, that's fine, bro. You could do that.
No, I understand. Because it's hard to draw the line.
No, that's fine,
but
bro.
There's definitely a line. Because if I see a 60-year-old and like a 16-year-old, I'm gonna be like, bro, you need to step the fuck back. Because I'm gonna call the police.
Nah, but 19, 17, I don't care if people say that's fine. Like if people get tripping over that, they could like, bro, relax.
Some weird shit.
But bro, YouTubers be fucking cracking down on pedophiles. Have you seen that? That's like a trend though.
YouTubers cracking down on pedophiles.
What? You never seen any type of video like that?
Nah, bro.
Gideon.
The law into their own hands.
What?
What's going on here?
Bro, but this has been going on. Like famous YouTubers, like
it's not like Vosh where he wants to like lower the age of consent.
Oh man, you just reminded me of that guy. We definitely got to talk about him now.
That's a funny guy.
But before we get into him, yeah, like YouTubers cracking down on pedophiles. I first seen it over. I don't know if you ever seen a guy named Cassidy Campbell.
Nah.
He's a white guy and he's from like, fuck, I don't know where he's from, but he does like a bunch of characters.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. He started doing like this video series where like he acts like on some like what's the guy that would catch pedophiles? What's his name? I know you know it.
I saw him in that episode of the Boondocks where he got raped.
Is his name Chris? No, not Chris.
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
I remember because the guy in the Boondocks, he was like, "Oh, I knows who you are."
Chris Hansen.
You Chris Hansen, but I calls you Chris Hansen.
Oh man, I've never seen that episode. But yeah, they get on some Chris Hansen vibe where they act like they get like somebody to text the fucking pedophile and act like a younger girl, and then they pull up instead. And then they always pull up like at a Walmart, and they start fucking asking the guy questions. But Cassidy Campbell would do it like in one of his characters. Like one of his characters is like this Republican fucking old guy that loves Trump, and like I forgot. I think the character's name is it's something with an S, dude. But whatever, it'll come to me. And like, yeah, he'll do characters, and then now it's like a bunch of YouTubers are just doing that and catching older guys that are trying to have sex through like they'll use apps like Grindr.
I feel like
shit like that.
I feel like Vosh's approach is smarter because he's actually trying to just change the law so that therefore it'll be legal.
No, Vosh, first of all, I actually seen some videos kind of like slightly going that angle, which I was a little weird. I was like, don't tell me he's doing that right now.
This is a guy who studied sociology, so you can only imagine how much.
First of all, first thoughts on Vosh when I first seen him. I forgot what even brought me to him. I think it was actually Tim Pool. You fuck with Tim Pool? Do you know about him?
I don't care one way or another for Tim Pool, to be honest with you.
I'm not. You don't gotta care about him, but like, you seen?
There's nothing. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen his podcast with Rogan. I've seen him fucking debate the Twitter people. I don't. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking, but whatever. That's where I got introduced to Vosh, or like I forgot. I seen a clip of him saying some shit, and then I seen his main channel, and that's it. Like all the fucking videos in my algorithm was him, and like just he I guess he does like these debates. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's like you, but just like a social.
Don't ever say that shit like that. What the fuck?
In the sense of like debating people, like I could see you doing that, just like on your side, having your side. Why you don't do that with people?
Debate with people?
Yeah, like you could.
It's usually a waste of time.
Cause Vosh is like one of those Twitch streamers. Like, what's the other guy's name? Hassan Abi. That they're both fucking socialists, and bro, they have a huge audience. They definitely influence people.
Yeah, because their audience consists of people that want somebody that is good at debating to defend their views.
And not even.
Same reason people listen to Ben Shapiro.
No, I was gonna say not even, cause Twitch is like mostly a gaming place. Mm-hmm. So like, who knows? They probably just grab like casual people just like checking out Twitch, and then they look at that, and that's it. They fuck with socialism and like whatever the case might be. But like, it'll be cool. Like you could do that and just have your views about it and just fucking fuck people up and like tell them what's up. You should think about it.
Yeah, I'm not interested in it.
No, I'm nothing serious, but like I could see you doing that though. That would be dope.
I like conversations,
Yeah.
But when somebody's trying to no matter what, like stay the course and defend their original position no matter what.
Yeah.
I lose interest.
I try to watch I think it was one of the Vosh debates. I think he debated a fucking, because I couldn't watch it because it was way too fucking long. Most of them are titled like, oh.
You didn't see him debate Deborah Soh?
Deborah Soh, I don't think so. Was that the one you sent me?
No.
Okay.
The one I sent you was with Econo Boy.
I don't know who that is either. But I seen that one for like a good 15 minutes and I got bored. I was like, yeah.
I can imagine, but...
But yeah, Vosh is just like, I don't know. He's a market, he believes in market socialism, right?
Yeah, he likes oxymorons.
Which is like when I heard that, I was like, it took me a minute to like really like.
I like Star Wars, fam, but I'm never gonna have a lightsaber. That's just what it is.
It was just weird, like, and then like I said, I think he'd be debating like fucking tankies. That's what people who are like obsessed with communism apparently.
Nah, tankies are the people who defend like the
Stalin and shit.
The authoritarian communists. They're the ones who.
So there's different.
Oh my
god.
Defend reality, whereas Vosh defends fiction.
Oh, okay. Do you respect him a little more for that?
No.
So they actually just like stand on the bullshit. Versus Vosh, where you see he's like delusional.
They own all the crimes against humanity.
Okay.
Or they deny that they happened, but they think that Stalin was a fucking boss. He was this great guy.
So that's what a tank is.
Yeah,
okay.
Those are the tankies, right?
So that's what I get now. So like, what's Leninism, and like, is that like another form?
Leninism
just his policies.
Lenin's
view on communism.
Lenin's political theory and his practice, the way.
Which is slightly different from.
It's different from Marx.
Okay, but it's
had to be because it would be impossible for communism to
work on Marx's
to arise in Russia, of all places, which hadn't even reached capitalism in terms of like it being like a full-on, it was feudal practically in some sense.
So Lenin was
just rant farmers and shit, just people that had their own fucking little pieces of. Some people had their own little pieces of fucking land. Just people were poor as fuck. There was like lacking infrastructure.
What, he was dictating what, Russia?
Lenin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What year was this?
Well, this started in 1917.
Oh shit. So how many more of these fucking isms are there? Is Marxism, Leninism? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Marxism, Leninism, Stalinism.
I heard of that one too. So that's people who just fuck with stuff.
Maoism.
That's so stupid.
There's a bunch of isms. And
that's so dumb.
The science fiction lore is great. It's better than fucking Comic-Con or whatever,
How could people defend people that killed millions, though? That's insane.
Well, some of them deny that it happened.
Some of them stand on it, like you said.
A lot of them find it in terms of critical theory because they learn a lot of it in certain places. So they just end up liking critical theory because some people are fucked up in certain ways, or they gravitate towards it because they're miserable fucks.
That's what I was telling you earlier. Like, maybe there's just people that just, like, fuck with that. It's just based, and, like, it's just...
they fuck with it for unhealthy reasons.
Of course. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, it's
a very unhealthy way to...
It's not logical at all.
The social psychologist, God damn, why is his fucking name elude me?
Is anything social science just fucking bad, period?
Is anything in social science just bad?
Like anything that's related to like social, any type of studies that regard social shit, like no?
Well, there's a lot of...
I know that could be sounding extremely vague.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in like sociology, for example, that just is ridiculous.
Extremely.
Extremely, 100% ridiculous.
And you took it and studied it?
Yeah, I took some sociology courses.
But I'm saying, like, the ridiculous ones, you were there to witness, like, and you were...
Dude, on, like, page 3, I was reading about Marx and... Like,
right, you told me this, yeah.
Fucking,
Did you ever, like, stand up and ask the professor, like, are we, like, what are your real thoughts?
I was, like, an undercover fed in that shit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I was like, tell me more.
No way.
Tell me more, especially in my political philosophy class. Oh, I ate that shit up. I was like...
Oh, man. It must have been ugly in there.
I'm infiltrating this shit. Teach me everything.
But, and, like, while you were in that class, were there people with your views as well? Or, like, and vice versa? Or people were just very, like, not speaking very much about their views and whatnot? How would you have described it? That must be an interesting class.
Because it was just, like, for example, when we learned about Marx and sociology, it was seen in, like, conflict theory, right? That was what is seen as, like, the...
Isn't that, like, based on, like, the higher class not able to help any type of the lower class in any type of way?
That's how he saw it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, that's how he's seen it or whatever. That's conflict theory, right? That's where it all...
That's where it comes from.
Okay.
That's, like, one of the sociological perspectives, right?
That's pretty much saying capitalism doesn't work, like, which is, like, dumb and, like...
No, I mean, it doesn't necessarily say capitalism doesn't work.
It's saying that people that are in, like, different type of classes...
Here's how they scapegoat it. To them, it's just a perspective, a way of seeing the world through a certain lens. And then they have another one, which is sort of, the opposite of conflict theory, where people, like, work together to solve problems and shit in a cooperative manner. So that would be, like, the opposite of conflict theory.
Okay.
And then they have other symbolic theories, like the people think in terms of symbols, and that gears sociological perspectives on how people see the world and all that type of shit. So that's the sort of shit you might get there. But sociologists, there's too much bullshit in sociology. There just is, dude. A lot of things they said, like even in the textbooks, it's like, why isn't there a citation for this? You're making a scientific claim, you just like, fuck it, trust me, bro.
You never questioned anybody about any type of weird
about
shit?
The book?
Or just anything, period, that you just heard and was like, yo, are you serious? Like, you never questioned anybody regarding anything, how you feel?
No, the idea of reading Marx, I expected it, by the way.
Of course. I'm assuming you knew about it already, right?
No, I knew that universities were
bullshit and all
that all that bullshit was there.
You're right.
I knew that they were gonna try to sell me on like the fucking trans men or men bullshit when I reached They were on that Yeah, when I reached classes on like the psychology of human sexuality and shit like that.
Gotcha.
There was a lot of that, right? I even went to some conferences and asked some trans people questions and shit.
What the fuck? Why haven't you ever talked about this? What did they make you ask?
They didn't make me ask anything. I went because I was like, I gotta understand this shit.
Oh, right, of course. You knowingly wanted to.
I went.
But what they make you do?
It's not like they didn't make me go. Well, one of them they did. But that was for a developmental psychology class. That was different.
What was the situation? What was the?
I just went because I was like, I gotta see this shit.
And what happened?
And I fucking met them and I saw them. They were having like this conference explaining. Their whole thing was just explaining what the fuck a trans person is, what all of that means, because a lot of people don't understand any of that back in those times.
Okay.
Huge difference.
But like putting them like on a fucking pedestal and being like, hey guys, okay.
People, they were just answering questions and shit.
Okay.
And like, oh, what is it like? What is the transformation like?
Okay.
And I asked some questions. I can't remember what they were, but I asked a decent amount of questions. I asked my professor a question about like how it works, like the transition and shit like that. I remember asking questions about that sort of stuff. I mean,
okay, that's dope.
And there was some Marxism shit in the sociology classes.
I thought they were like trying to do some like grooming shit or like.
No, because we were already.
Is that a proper way to say grooming? I learned what groomer is. Are those like the libs of TikTok who are in fucking schools making kids?
Yeah, but those are underage kids. I was already in college. Yeah, university. And
right, so that's what the term is for like underage, like younger kids, right? That's what a groomer is?
Yeah, you groom a younger kid. You don't groom a fucking
right.
dude having a midlife crisis.
Nah, I asked because I had no idea what the fuck it meant. Like, I always heard the term.
Yeah, that's what they're referring to, like the indoctrination of children to mold them sexually a certain way into a
killing their innocence and like
it's a gender theory. Right, the critical theory of
sexualizing them in like school and shit.
Yes, and teaching them about transsexuality before they.
I've seen the libs of TikTok. I've seen videos of like kids drawing like pride flags and like just doing like things that like I don't know, man. Like it's a weird like. Because I get the whole thing where it's like they want to like make trans kids feel.
Well, this is the danger of those critical theories is that they teach fiction. Like when I see the gender unicorn, I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
What's that?
The gender unicorn is something that they try to use to try to show that gender is a spectrum.
Oh, come on. Right? Don't do that. In school?
Yeah.
They're pushing it now. See, that's the issue I have with like.
That shit is hilarious.
I don't like that. I don't like how they're trying to. There's only two genders, bro.
Anyways, the thing about critical theory, it can infiltrate anything because you can make a critical theory of anything.
Of anything?
Anything. You can make a critical theory about fucking rice.
I know, because it's a theory.
You know, the rice is oppressed by the beans.
Yeah, it's just.
The rice is the working class of
It's not a fact, though. Like, I don't get what people are so, like. I just don't like the fact that simply, like, it just implies that all white people are racist. I don't like that. That's my biggest whole thing about it. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, that should be as simple as, like, you can't, that's not a fact, bro. No matter what people have been through, this and that, you can't just assume that, like...
My biggest issue with it is that the goal is socialism.
That too, of course. I hate...
It has a goal.
That's the end goal.
The whole issue is to subvert...
break how everything was, the way how things are, and just have kids like against their like fucking.
That's what Gramsci wanted to do, by the way.
Who?
Antonio Gramsci, the Marxist that the fascists locked up in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they locked his ass up because.
Oh, they did they?
Yeah, and he can't. Well, which didn't work because he released entire manuscripts after his death, and you know, like he's widely printed and shit. You know.
Oh yeah.
I think I told you that Pete Buttigieg was the one that translated his writings to English.
Okay.
I mean, not Pete Buttigieg. His father was the one that translated Gramsci's Marxist subversion books into English. Who now works for the Biden administration.
Does he?
In the White House.
What were we saying before that?
Antonio Gramsci.
Before that, though, had a point.
Some bullshit about critical theory is about subverting and socialism.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that like about it implies that all white. Oh, I was saying that to say like because I had brought up white fragility.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Cause like, bro, that book is so fucking. I think one of the situations is like that the lady fucking puts is like, oh, damn. I hope I'm not butchering this. It was like a situation where like, I think it was. If there's like a black person and a white person that walk into the classroom and like who do you help first, or like in a store
you help the black person if you want to be anti-racist.
Exactly. Just like why do things like that have to even matter? Like why are we forcing like fucking, and then like they were talking about like how like indigenous people have more oppression because they're colored and they have I don't know, I forgot what it was, but just Like, it makes them more, like, it's just so dumb. The critical race theory, like, just fucks up itself, like, in a way. You know what I mean?
It is pretty much a load of shit.
Yeah, like, it's just, like, it's hard to just keep putting shit on shit. You know what I mean? Like, it fucks itself up. Like, it fucking, what is the word? It contradicts itself at a point.
Oh, that's incredible irony that you mentioned that.
Like, it's ridiculous how much
They like contradictions.
But that's stupid, though.
I think contradictions are great.
I just don't get it. Like, it's so dumb.
Marx is the contradiction. He doesn't take the L. He just says progress. That's
okay, I guess. Like,
I swear to God.
It's just so weird. Like, I'm listening to this, like the Joe Rogan episode with James Lindsay, and I'm just like, the shit he's saying, that I'm just like, are you serious? Like, this can't be real. Like,
oh man,
it's just so mind blowing. And then the shit he did, where he wrote fucking parody papers.
People think that because they don't read the shit. That's the issue. Like, if people read the shit, they would just know. But like, nobody wants to read that shit. And I don't blame them. It's fucking garbage. Who the fuck would want to read that?
The fact that he was able to just finesse and just like write some bullshit and pretend he was that's just how it shows how this fucking, he sent it to the academia or like the
those bullshit journals that I told you, they're not real fucking science. They're not even real scholarly research. Like, fuck.
It's just based on the words that he's using. I forgot, like,
if you're doing anything, like even in philosophy, you should be able to like fucking defend an argument or some shit.
Right.
You can't just whip shit out of your ass and be like, fuck yeah, dude, we're publishing that.
He wrote some crazy shit about like how he went to a dog park and then analyzed like fucking something about genitalia and dogs and like
misogynist dogs raping.
Yeah, and I was like, and then they accepted that, and I was just like, okay, like that's the standard we have, like with. It's just crazy. And then he eventually told them that it was all bullshit, right?
Well, there's a lot of things they teach at universities that shouldn't even be. That
which we know already.
It doesn't make sense to teach them any more than it makes sense to teach Nazism.
Listen, bro, if I finished my university class and I would have been hearing this shit, I'm telling you right now, I'm standing up and be like, yo, not standing up, but I'll legitimately ask, like, I'll really just go off with the professor and be like, yo, sir, do you really know about this? Like, I would honestly ask. I probably would get fucking roasted.
Oh, the professors know.
Oh, they know.
Of course, they're the ones that are fucking publishing it, going after it. Yeah. They're the ones. They read all of it. They understand it.
But what about the ones that are just not very, like...
Not the ones that are, like, teaching science and shit. They don't know anything.
Because obviously they don't teach it, but...
But the ones that are, like, in the humanities and shit...
They all rock with it. That you believe...
I don't want to say they all rock with it, because it's not true that they all rock with it, but there's...
You don't think some are just doing their job, in the sense like that? I mean, they would have to just teach it if it's, like, a part of the...
No, it's not.
Professors can teach whatever they want, right?
Necessarily that. No, not. No, like for example, in English literature, right?
In the sense,
this is the woman that was. You remember the lady that was with James Lindsay, the woman that helped him publish all of the.
I think he had talked about it. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was English or if it was literature, which he went there to study, right?
Okay.
But now in literature, right? There's criticism, literary criticism.
Okay.
And literary criticism is invoking the ghost of Marx once again.
Really?
Through fucking
English?
Marxist criticism of novels and text and shit, and deconstruction with Jacques Derrida's postmodernism.
You're kidding, bro. It's in English too? Like they're...
I can show you my old literature.
But
from university.
So Marx's views on like fucking novels and like things he's like read about and shit like that?
Not his views, but like the application. Like they're saying, like, for example, there's a novel and they want to show how the class struggles are reflected in the novel, so they use like the Marx perspective to do that. Instruction to take apart the text and reveal its true hidden meanings or some shit like that.
Isn't some shit that James Lindsay said that like I forgot if it was this, but like how
it's also they also use critical race theory in that. By the way, if you look up, if you get a textbook by, forgot the name, but the last name I think is Tyson. She wrote a textbook on literary theory, and she mentions critical race theory right there in the fucking book. I mean, it's all over. Like when they say, "Oh, it's just a legal theory," it's like, no, it's not. It's fucking everywhere.
Where I talked about
They teach it in schools. Yes, they do.
When
They
I
don't teach it in every school. They teach it in schools though. Don't fucking deny critical race praxis.
Yeah, I'm saying because when I said the whole thing in the Joe Budden subreddit about critical race theory and Marxism, one person did ask like, "Yo, what's Marxism?" And then one of the persons was like, "Oh, critical race theory isn't getting taught." I think he said it's only getting taught to like post-grad students.
Yeah, post-grad.
Some bullshit.
Students.
Yeah, some bullshit. And then like, that's when I was like,
funny shit.
I was like, wow, dog. And then I seen the whole episode.
Even Delgado said it. He's like, it quickly went out into other fields.
Yeah, but didn't it, James?
This idea that it's just some legal, it's not.
Didn't it start really pushing it like in 1980, 1990s, like around there? Like they try to like start getting it into like schools and shit. Just slowly. Like now it's at an all-time high.
Schools, it would be hard. It would be hard to track exactly when it started appearing in schools. Like,
okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Cause I wonder. Cause I never heard about that back then.
Textbooks that they've been making for professors to teach using a critical race praxis, right? To mold their students that way.
That's been there.
To teach that way. That's been there. And the fact that they are teaching critical race practice, that's been there. I mean, if you look at the documentary I made, I mean, I cover it.
You think they just hide it in a way? They really camouflage it through like another name?
I mean, they camouflage it maybe for the students that they won't know. No, wait a second. The critical theory people are not just going to tell you what they're doing. Why do you think that Kimberly Crenshaw is a critical theorist? You know, they're a whole bunch of fucking Marxists, right? And then they appear on fucking national news fucking TV shows, and then they say things like, has nothing to do with Marxism.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
then why the fuck are you and all these other people talking about Marx all the fucking time? Why is the goal of your theory socialism?
It's so fucking dumb.
Why is this what you're trying to do?
Why do they act stupid though? Like it's fucking.
Because they're dishonest on purpose.
No, obviously I know,
I mean,
but it's
they hide
like
things from each other.
It's sad though. It's like, are we serious? Like,
that's how it works. Yeah. Black Lives Matter lady is.
No, she's
mansion.
She's open though. She's about it. Like she's like, yeah, I rock with Marx.
Well, she lied about the fucking shit. She was
You seen the shit with Candace Owens in her?
That bitch definitely bought a fucking mansion.
No, 100%. Yo, she played the fuck out of those people, bro. Everybody who donated, yo.
Yeah, well, I fucking warned you guys.
That's crazy.
I told you it was some bullshit, but go ahead.
Wow.
People gotta fucking read, bro.
No, and the crazy thing is, when that happened, nobody said a word. It's funny how no one said nothing about that shit, though.
Listen, man, these people are fucking ridiculous. What can I say, though? That's just how life goes. You know, some fucking ridiculous people there. But we were, you know, did you say something about nihilism?
Oh shit, yeah, we were gonna talk about that. I watched the SpongeBob video that apparently was related to nihilism.
Exploring nihilism or some shit.
It was a cool little video, and I didn't expect it, to be honest. It was about the episode where Squidward's like, future, that famous, it's like where he goes into like time, and then he's like, it looks like he's stuck in like fucking nowhere, like, yeah. And then he goes back into time where like SpongeBob and Patrick were fucking, in like BC time and shit, and then
cavemen.
Yeah, we were cavemen, and then like it ends up like because I've seen SpongeBob. Squidward's the one that actually taught SpongeBob and Patrick how to jellyfish.
Oh, how to jellyfish.
So it's ironic, like in the future, that's all they fucking do and shit. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, nihilism. I actually looked it up. It's like based on like life has no meaning. That's pretty much what I got from it. Like there's nothing even like, there's nothing. Life has no meaning, bro. Just.
Yeah, the idea that life is meaningless.
What do you think of that?
Subjectively, I mean, objectively, like, I mean, is there, what?
It's hard to say that.
There's no evidence for a meaning, except for like a subjective meaning, right? That's what I argue for, is a subjective meaning of life. You have to create your own meaning in life. You know, you can't depend on fucking God to come down from the earth and fucking
give you everything, right? But like in this, when he said it though, like, was he on, like, did he give it like a pessimistic type of vibe toward it? My man who invented nihilism, what was his name?
I don't know if someone invented it.
Or whoever's view it is, or ideology.
Existentialism is associated with nihilism a lot.
And what is that like?
Because that's like, you know, struggling with like finding, you know, like struggling with finding a reason to exist. You know,
that's what that is.
To finding a purpose for it. So you could start it with one basic question and be like, and one philosopher really did this. It was hilarious. He's like, why not just commit suicide? And that was his starting point. He's like,
I mean, yeah, fuck it, right?
Right.
Might as well, right? Dude, where the fuck did I? Oh, my phone's right here.
Nietzsche was an existentialist philosopher.
Was he?
Yeah, he wrote about everything. This is why he saw so much. This is why he freaked out with the whole death of God thing.
I have no battery. All right, what?
He really freaked out with the death of God thing. You know.
What do you mean, the death of God?
Yeah, the death of God. You know, because like after we discovered science and shit, we discovered that, you know, that we didn't need God to explain shit anymore, right? And we sort of came to realize that, like, well, the shit in the Bible, that doesn't make any fucking sense. That couldn't have happened because that's just not how the world works, and all the evidence points to the fucking contrary. So now every serious person, no scientists, are fucking talking about Adam and Eve, right? And so now people still believe in the faith, like most people still believe in the Christianity and shit.
Yeah.
But the reason to believe it isn't there anymore because they don't think that it's not real, and we know that it's not real, and so we're just pretending, and eventually this is going to collapse, and the Christian morality and all of that shit is going to collapse with it.
Well, you don't think that people already knew that it wasn't real back then? Like there was.
No, that wasn't a common perception among people.
You wouldn't say so? I'm not. When I say back then, I don't mean like how back then are we talking about? Like what do you mean?
The 1800s.
I mean, yeah. When we're talking about anything back then, 1800, people were very, I guess, considered spiritual.
Very religious.
But that's kind of like the video I sent you that where Jordan Peterson is debating some bald guy. I forgot his name. And they're talking about religion. And Jordan Peterson isn't that. Wait, what?
I've seen Matt Dillahunty.
There we go. That's his name.
I used to love his shit when he's
kind of like you. He's on some like.
He had the atheist show.
Yeah, that's what he's on.
Take calls from creationists and shit, from young Earth creationists.
Okay.
I think the Earth was made in 7 days and shit.
People think that?
That's what the Bible says. Fuck.
True. I never read the Bible, so. Just saying, I never read the Bible, bro.
Yeah, Matt Dillahunty's like, we don't need, religion for that. And I'm like, fair enough, you don't need religion for it.
I mean, you don't.
I don't think that has much to do with what Nietzsche was getting at. Because he's talking about himself as an individual. Individuals don't need religion. The collective needs a common morality. And if it's not structured on religion, it's structured on something else. For Nietzsche, this was an issue, and it would lead to a whole problem with humanity, right?
Yeah.
And he wanted to go beyond that, because existentialism is not just like, oh, fuck it, it has no meaning, so let me just make one. No, it's like, he wanted to go beyond that. He wanted there to be a meaning to mankind, right? So he was like, fuck it, let's become greater than man. Let's become the fucking Ubermensch.
Okay.
Become the fucking Superman, right? Let's transcend this mediocre.
And how did he think that could happen? Like, what was his?
Well, the first thing would be to leave all of that behind, all of that religious bullshit.
Right.
The balls to stand on your own 2 feet and say, this is who I am, and this is who I want to become, and I'm gonna fucking do it.
Okay.
And to have the fucking balls to do that, and to have that ideology, and to be so superior to others that you can push it among others. This is why Hitler was so influenced by that type of shit.
Step one, become atheist.
Yep, but the other thing about Hitler is that, like, the master race thing didn't make much sense, because, like, Nietzsche, he described the Europeans as barbarians, basically.
Did he? Why?
Because Christianity, he saw it as very barbaric. He was like, this is a religion where, like, these people enjoy torturing themselves. Like, they have all these doctrines where they're just like the fucking Inquisition and like all of these, everything you need to feel guilty about, all of these sins.
And you can't fucking curse, can't fucking fuck before marriage.
And he had much more respect for Buddhism.
Oh, did he?
Because he was like, well, these guys, this is for a more mature culture. This is for a people who are of a higher standard, you know, because they are not, you know, obsessed with torturing themselves. They're not masochistic. These are people that are like fucking, they're kind and they're over spiritualized and they're this and that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's.
I mean, that's kind of the common perception of Buddhism.
Of Buddhism, yeah.
Yeah. People, a lot of people fuck with it. I think I could say that.
Yeah. So culturally, it was a completely different emphasis, you know, and it leads to different results in terms of like, well, human behavior. I mean, the Inquisition. I've never seen a Buddhist be like, dog, you either fucking say you're a Buddhist or I'll chop your fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit.
You think Christians are on that?
I don't remember that book.
I feel you.
But that was definitely a thing back then. The thing is, like, Judaism was different. Because Judaism...
I don't know much about Judaism, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Always hear about it, but...
Just think the New Testament and the Bible. That's what it is. Like
the New
first,
Testament?
Yeah, like the first 5 books type shit.
Got you.
That's what it is.
But what's the difference between that and Christian?
In Christianity, the difference is the Christ. The Jews don't believe that Christ.
Oh, that's Jews.
They think, dude, that was just a Jew that lied to you guys, and you guys got fooled by it. What are you talking about?
What's the whole thing with Jews and Christians? Like, I know they believe like kind of similarly in the same thing, or no?
They definitely agree up until like the fucking Old Testament, you know. The New Testament is where shit gets fucked up.
Okay.
Because then Jesus shows up.
That's where they have disagreements?
And that
they disagree on that?
Because the God in the Old Testament, that guy was a dick, right? That guy, imagine this, bro. Like, he fucking... Bro, like, some chick ate an apple, and he's like, that's it. Humanity is done. You guys are totally fucked from here on
you're talking about the Adam and Eve story?
And then after that, he got pissed off again at everyone, and he was like, I am flooding the earth. Fuck all of you. I'm gonna get this one guy called Noah. He builds an ark, and he puts one of every animal. But the rest of you, you're gonna drown to death because I don't fuck with you. Right? So then God just fucking murders everyone. And then he says he loves you.
Technically, he murders people every day.
Right. And then he has the Jews, the chosen people, wander around the desert for 40 fucking years, split the Red Sea, which to me still has to do with fucking a chick on her period, but whatever.
Split the Red Sea.
And then that type of shit. You know, that's the Old Testament. The New Testament, it's still gruesome as fuck.
Yeah.
God has one kid. I'm sending you out there on a suicide mission, kid.
To get nailed?
Like, seriously. Listen, dude, I gotta kill Jesus, who's my son, but is really me. He's really God. But really, he's my son. But he's me, but not really.
That is a weird thing. I always like, when I was just thinking when I was like younger, like I always like, what's the difference between Jesus Christ and God? Like I always had that in my head.
So he like forgives you for all your sins, and at the same time he's like, yo, there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna come on earth and fucking like,
if your time ends,
destroy everything. It's the apocalypse. Everything's done for. And there's gonna be the fucking 4 horsemen and all.
Isn't that what's believed? Like God's gonna come down and save all the good people?
Oh yeah, and the rest of you guys are fucked.
You get the mark of the beast if you're not sliding?
Either you were dumb enough to believe in me, or you're fucked.
God damn. God is a fucking tough dude. Or a chick, whatever you
Whereas
might.
Buddhism, it's like, believe whatever you want. You know, there's some Buddhist guy, you know.
I feel like they're all monks, no?
Most Buddhists aren't. But yeah, I see why you...
They give me that vibe.
I see why I would give off that vibe, because it's like the monasteries and shit. And like the people that are that connected with it.
The way they're dressed and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always just like thought they were just fucking
like
monks.
The countries where like where Buddhism is like widely practiced, like obviously most of them...
Asian places?
Don't live like that, but they are Buddhist, right?
Where is Buddhism mostly teached? Or like where is mostly believed in?
Asian countries.
Asian countries?
Where it's mostly believed. Like for example, yoga is from the Hindu beliefs, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
That's where it comes from, Hindu?
Yeah, from the Hindu religion.
Oh shit, I don't know that.
And so like the yogis, you've seen the yogis, the Indian dude who can like fucking...
The guy who burns himself for protests.
No, that was a Buddhist.
Oh, that was a Buddhist?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. That wasn't a yogi?
No, well, it was a yogi.
But it was a Buddhist.
But it was a Buddhist yogi.
Okay.
It wasn't a...
You're talking about
It wasn't a Hindu yogic.
Got you, the words, alright.
Yeah.
What's up? What's it called? Hinduism? Is that what it's called?
Hinduism.
What's up with that?
These guys got all kinds of shit going on. First of all, they can give you some serious flexibility.
Okay.
You go to their fucking yoga classes, that shit is lit, right? So there's some of that's pretty good. They got the Kama Sutra, you know?
What's that?
Which is like a fucking list so that, you know, when a kid fucks a chick for the first time, he's not a complete idiot. Highly. And so they it's a pretty in-depth religion, dude. It's pretty old. I mean, it has a whole bunch of gods. It's not
It's not just one god.
It's not just one god.
And Hinduism is mostly in Asian countries as well, I'm assuming?
Mostly in India.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mostly
Okay.
in India, yeah. I mean, it is an Asian country, but...
Yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, it's India. Damn.
India does have 1/5 of the world's population, though. But still, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, you'll see those old dudes with, like, the big-ass beard and shit.
Yeah.
And they'll be stretching, and they'll weigh 98 pounds and shit.
Right.
And
no beef in them, probably. Don't eat no type of fucking...
They'll eat, like, once a month and shit, you know?
What are they called? Breatharians or some weird shit?
I don't know what the fuck they call those guys. Those guys got some other shit.
People who just eat, they just breathe. That's all they do.
Breatharians.
Articles be posting that shit, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking breatharians, bro.
I saw this one dude who was like fucking... He was like 17 or some shit like that, and he was just meditating in a tree, and they said he hasn't moved in years.
Oh, yeah, I think we talked about
I
that.
remember that shit. That shit was hilarious.
Being a breatharian must be fucking wild.
It must be.
There's people that believe that we could live off not eating, though.
Those guys are gonna have a great 28 days left of life.
Like, go on YouTube and you could definitely find like a couple of those guys. Like,
that shit is gonna be like the new like diet. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for people that are fat as fuck, you want to lose some weight, bro. Like, just be a breatharian.
dude, that's fucking insane, bro. Like, that's one of the worst things. Like, how could you not eat food or drink anything?
Oh man, it's wild. Fasting has been used in religion for a long fucking time.
What are your thoughts on fasting? I want to know.
I think fasting for healthy people, not people that are like underweight or unhealthy,
Gotcha. It's good.
is good to do in moderation.
What's it called? Ramadan?
That's what Muslims do, but it's sort of like not really. I wouldn't even call it a fast.
Don't they fast for like a week or two or some shit?
No, they do it for a month, but it's
a month.
It's not a full fast. Like, they eat at night.
Oh, they just eat at night only.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
It's like
I see what you mean.
They avoid like water and food for like
A long period of the day.
Yeah, and then at night they fucking eat. So you can see like actual people gain weight on Ramadan.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I've always heard about Ramadan and fucking always questioned that.
So it's intermittent fasting basically is what it is.
Right.
Right. But
fasting is not eating shit.
Like a prolonged fast, like 3 days, that's good, man.
Yeah?
If you're oh fuck yeah, it's great for your brain too. Amazing for your brain, yeah. It does a whole lot of weird shit down there that's great, man.
Don't eat anything for 3 days.
Oh yeah, it lowers the fuck out of inflammation, neuronal autophagy.
Can you drink? Drink water, just regular shit?
Yeah, you
can't eat any...
You should definitely drink water.
Gotcha, yeah, because you're going to be feeling a little daisy.
Don't be, like, taking any medications and shit.
Gotcha.
If you take medications, don't stop taking medications to fast. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like, if, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's definitely good. Yeah, it is. I mean, I just don't see, like, how people can... I don't know, anyone that's denying it at this point, like, they haven't read the fucking literature on it. It does some amazing shit for people, you know?
Fucking, what else can we talk about?
If you can stop eating for 5 fucking days, like...
Props.
Like, yo, dude, that is discipline.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to even, like, go hours, bro.
There was this dude who did, like, a fucking 28-day fast or some shit. He lost, like, a shitload of pounds. He was this fat gamer. And he got skinny afterwards. And
Damn.
He did, like, a fucking video after that.
Damn, that's actually props to him.
Yeah, he showed all the weird shit that happened during the fast and everything.
Was he hallucinating, like, on day 8?
He was just, like, not, you know, he was weaker. He wasn't as strong. And there's, like, this other thing that happens, like, there's less inflammation in the brain, and there's endorphins and shit that happens after your body goes into ketosis. And so, like, you might feel, like, really, like, happy or ecstatic and shit after a few days, right?
Yeah.
Which is sort of like a high you get from the fasting.
That's dope.
Yeah. And you might feel pretty energetic on, like, day 3 or 4, actually. which is weird, but it makes sense in terms of like evolution. Like, yo, imagine if your body, you didn't have food for 2 days and that's it. Like, I'm too tired to hunt. Like, yo, I would die.
Right.
Right. That's like why, you know, it's a survival mechanism for the body. It's like,
gotcha. It's a thing that's been done plenty of times. Like people.
It's completely.
I imagine, yeah. Like that's a good example. Like if you can't hunt, you're like, fuck. Like,
right.
What can I do?
Can you imagine being like a wolf or anything else, or humans as well?
Shit.
You know? Anything.
Thugging it out.
Bro, that shit is I've done some fasting, man. It's fucking beautiful. You know. That's why it's so many religious. You know, so many religions.
Does that do it?
Huh?
You're saying that's why so many religions that do it?
Yeah, so many religions do it for you know, in part because of that. Because
what's the worst religion? Or is that a mean question?
Depends on who you ask. You're asking me, so I don't give a fuck.
Right. What's the like the dumbest religion?
The dumbest?
No hate on any religion. We're just for jokes.
Damn, bro, there's a lot of competition out there.
Is there? All
right, let's put it like this, because I want to be more specific.
Okay.
What is the dumbest religion? In theory, in terms of like what it says, or in practice, like how people actually use it?
Okay, that's a good way to. Okay, both. Fuck it. What's the dumbest one in like just the theory of it, and then what's the worst one to actually do?
I feel like I can't say anything about Scientology because it's like even.
To not.
It's so petty.
Yeah, bro. It's just come on.
It's a fucking cult.
You can't even bring that up.
Religion is a big cult in general, but like.
But a religion, there's actual, like, bro, Scientology.
There's substance behind it.
Yeah.
Scientology.
Yeah, bro.
It's like dead ass a science fiction author, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no sauce in it at all. At least the other ones have, like, something that you could, like, damn.
Scientology is weak, bro.
It really is.
It's weak, bro.
I don't fuck with people who fuck with it. It's like, bro, come on. These guys they're literally brainwashed.
Which one is evil? Most.
Scientology's evil.
Scientology is evil, yeah.
For sure. Taking people's money just to fucking do bullshit to them. That's not cool. That is a cult.
Yeah, I would definitely say that, you know, Islam is not, you know, generally very nice in terms of some of the recommendations it has. You know, Sharia law is not very nice. You don't want to throw a fucking gay guy out of the roof and let him die that way just because he's gay. You know, that's not a good deal to have.
Oh, they have strict views against gay people?
Yeah.
Really?
Very. Oh, yeah. Like the cheating thing, if you're married, right?
It's a no-no?
Or if you're like already, like you're not a virgin by the time that you decide to get married, right?
It's bad?
I don't know if you know about stoning women to death, but that's basically where they bury you up to the neck.
Alive?
And what they do is they get a whole bunch of rocks, and
you can't get up?
Honestly, they'll ask your father to be the first one, and they stone you to death by smashing rocks against your face until you're dead.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not making this shit up.
Is that still being taught? Like, people still...
Yeah, that's happening. So is genital mutilation. Female genital mutilation, where they take out the clitoris because the woman isn't supposed to feel pleasure during sex or whatever. Right?
Dude, what the fuck? For real?
Yeah.
That's fucking evil.
There's that type of shit.
They take out the clitoris?
Yeah.
So the girl...
There's been times where they die.
Holy shit. That's like, that must be like extreme, like super Islamic, like...
That's just sick shit.
God damn, though.
I don't want to say that like all
that's what I was gonna say.
There's
like
a bunch of stupid shit in the Bible that Christians don't fucking do. You know,
bro. There's stupid shit in every religion, but like
it's just
you're just saying that those are extremely rough. Like, god damn.
Yeah, it is extremely rough. But so were like the Crusades, the Inquisition, all that shit that Christianity did as well.
What they do? Tell me some shit.
I mean, dude, every form of torture imaginable. I mean, one of the funny ones I saw, like actual diagrams of this shit, is fucking hilarious.
What?
These guys got creative.
Really? Like they did it?
Oh yeah, it was definitely like one of the guys. They built a pyramid, right?
Okay.
Like a very tiny pyramid, and they hang the guy from the pyramid, but he has to like be squeezing his asshole because the pyramids have like blades going down.
Right.
And so if he relaxes his asshole, like he'll just die, and they just leave him there until he can't hold it anymore and just fucking. burst his fucking intestines, just murdered.
And Christians were doing this to...
Oh, fuck yeah.
Just people, like, that didn't believe in Christianity?
I forgot what the cause was, but
Gotcha.
they were murdering people left and right for all kinds of shit.
I mean, people are murdering...
Definitely go to, like, places and shit and be like, are you a Christian? If the answer is no, it's like...
Brains out?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The answer is yes, you'd be like, saved by the bell, bro.
Oh, man.
Good job on that one, you know?
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be...
Yo, Indians were fucking... They were thugging it. In their time,
yeah.
I had like in MDC, I read a book, and I sucks that I can't remember the name, but it was like about Indians and like I guess where they were living in the Lone Republic. Is that what it's called? Before it was Texas.
Listen, bro, I gotta tell you something about the Indians too, because those guys
brutal
treated each other like shit.
Murdering motherfuckers. No, I know, bro. Trust me. That's what the book was about. Like just. I forgot what it was. I think it was like some Americans that had went to their land or like, I forgot what it was. But it was before Texas was even Texas. Like, I guess a lot of Indians lived there.
Yeah, I was talking more so about like the people during like the Mayans and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Where they would
that's
like,
throwback.
Yeah, way throwback. Like where they would fucking put you on, like they would make sometimes they would just sacrifice so many thousands of people in a fucking day. It'd be like, yo.
For why though? Just for like the sake of their religion?
For it to rain or some shit, you know?
Oh my god.
Alright, the fucking
sacrifice has gotta be the cruelest thing to do in some shit. Like
it's such a common thing though.
You think it still is though? Nah. I think it's downplayed now.
Nah, it's still animal sacrifice and shit like that.
But not human though.
I don't know.
Well, obviously we don't know everybody, but
no, I'm actually curious because my guess would be yeah.
But they're still fucking throwing people in the volcanoes?
Maybe not.
I know, I'm just eating shit.
Maybe, yeah, that's actually a good question. You know what I'm saying? That's something to find out.
Fucking Hawaii must be an interesting place, bro.
Hawaii is a very interesting place.
They got volcanoes there, bro. They can erupt. Can't they just erupt at any time?
Yo, I swear to God, I do not want that real estate.
Just think about that. That is very dangerous. But I would love to go to Hawaii, though, bro.
Pompeii. Never forget.
Pompeii?
Pompeii.
Please refresh my memory.
Pompeii, like this island.
In Hawaii?
No, not in Hawaii. This is another island that, of course, there was a volcano there, and it erupted.
And it blew up the place?
A whole bunch of... I mean, the place is just... Brother, you can still... you can visit, and you can see, like, the actual...
The after effects of everything?
Dude, you can see, like, people, like... Oh, there were prisoners that were, like, kept in dungeons and shit, and they just...
No.
Like in motion, bro. Like just.
That reminds me of the meme.
Paralyzed out of lava and shit.
You ever seen that meme where supposedly it was like a famous like mummy or like somebody that died and looked like he was beating off? It's a famous like.
Damn, that's the way to go.
Like he legit had his hand on his penis and then he just was statuified like that. I forgot the name of the fucking...
He was just trolling us like, yo, they're gonna see this shit.
And like talk about it years later. Genius guy if that was the...
Bro, that is the real troll god if that's the case.
For real, dude.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that picture, every time I see it just floating, that shit has me dead, bruh. That is some troll shit, dude. Mummies probably were just trolling, like, yo, fuck this.
Bro, did you see the CEO of Pfizer?
Oh, I seen something retweeted not so long ago about something. What did he say? Tell me.
Amazing, dude. You're gonna love this shit.
Tell me.
So the CEO of Pfizer,
that's the vaccine shit, right?
Yeah, but he was talking about pills in this occasion, and he was obviously talking at the World Economic Forum.
Oh, right? Man. R.I.P. to them.
And he talked about, hey, you know, now we have like this amazing new capability and technology. Like, can you imagine now we can put like these very small chips in pills, and so that it'll be known when they took them.
Oh, no.
And so we can track somebody if they're having an overdose or something, right? Imagine the compliance.
How cute. Trying to hide. How cute. Dude, anybody could read that bullshit from fucking...
I'm saving you from yourself, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. Track when you overdose? That's funny.
Don't be an ungrateful fuck, Mike.
That's so cute. That is funny that I would have already been able to read that without even being a fucking someone who's knowledgeable of fucking communist views. That's so stupid.
It's always that way, right? Like, it's always like some kind shit.
I hate when they do that. That's the worst part about the whole woke agenda. They try to be nice. It's like, I want to just punch you. Like, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
I hate the whole fake attitude. It's like, shut up. You guys are just faking this shit. Like,
Motherfuckers are talking about climate change showing up in private fucking jets.
it's like, what are we talking
Oh,
about?
fuck your mother with that shit, bro.
The World Economic Forum is the people that said we should have nothing, right? That's them?
Yeah, that's that. They're very famous for that.
Yeah, that's that. I always remember them by that because that's very hard to not remember.
Oh, the end of private property.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't own anything,
You mean
guys.
communism.
It's just like, what are we doing? Like, why are they still a thing? Did you see the fucking Bill Gates video? Where he has like a fucking warehouse of like, he's like, I guess a warehouse of vaccines. I don't know, it was weird. Like, he was like showing off a warehouse
He
that
has a desperate desire
to
like,
fuck up with vaccines. Like, dude, I don't like that shit at all.
and
Like,
it's all because he's a very nice guy.
dude, I don't like Bill Gates. And I love Xbox. I'm gonna tell you that right now, but I he's so fishy.
He's very fishy.
Like, forget about Elon. If anything, we gotta look at Bill Gates. Like, he's extremely sus. Like, I don't trust him.
I'm just saying, bro.
Something about him, right? It's just weird.
The shit he patents is weird as fuck. Like, fucking...
And why is a guy that just runs a fucking Microsoft? I know he does philanthropy and all that bullshit, but like, why is he like the voice behind this shit? I don't understand it. He has no type of. He doesn't like. He's not. He doesn't. He didn't go to school for this, right? Like, he doesn't.
Right. Basically, he has fuck you money.
Yeah, of course. The zero knowledge.
Obviously, he's not an expert. He just works it. He just works in the field.
He
a lot.
donates. He lobbies, and
He's the guy that's like, you know, pushing this technology in a certain direction, right?
right. He's the money behind it, so he's gonna.
Yeah, he's the money behind it, and he has probably like some sort of, you know, idea of how that industry works pretty well.
You think Bill Gates is trying to be on some socialist shit? Probably, right?
I mean, for us, yeah. For him, no. I don't think he gives a fuck about anyone. I don't think Klaus Schwab gives a fuck about anyone. I really don't. I really got a hard time buying this type of, you know, fucking I'm this grand savior type of guy. I'm this guy who wants to just do good for the world because I got all this money. I'm a great guy. It's like, dog, just say you want a tax cut and shut the fuck up.
That's how you. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's the real shit behind it. It's like, bro, you don't want to pay that much taxes. Like,
Bro, just say you're a lobby for the most powerful people in the world. Just say it. Oh, no, we just want to invite all of these people so we can come up with solutions to the world's problems. It's like, bro, you're inviting the most greedy people on the fucking planet.
who does Bill Gates fuck with? Who's his squad?
Well, the ones that are alive, I was going to say Jeffrey Epstein, but that motherfucker, rest in peace, bro.
If motherfucker might be out there chilling in Italy right now.
You never know. Maybe he moved to Cuba and he's chilling with Tupac and shit, you know?
Homie said, join the club.
You never know, bro.
Nah, Pac's dead, sadly, but Jeffrey Epstein could be dead. I don't mind. If he's a pedophile, so I don't really care.
Yeah, that's
What? I actually have something that I just found that I wanted to talk about too. Thank God I just remembered that. What is your whole take on these I mean, I know your take already, but what's your take on just like these guys that are trying to make... I remember this now because there was a guy talking to Vosh, and he was trying to like make pedophilia like we should be like less mean to people that do those type of crimes, or like those type of guys that are like trying to bring pedophilia inside.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, like they try to like just bring it in the limelight a little bit, where like they try to I wouldn't want to say normalize it,
but definitely normalize it is the main goal.
but I don't think that's the proper term. I feel like it's like make it less make it less of a like.
The idea, introduce it.
Yeah, like just test the waters.
In a way where people won't resist too much.
Yeah, like just test the waters, put your like feet in it. That's it.
That's how
like,
it works.
That's so based.
That's how it works. Yeah.
I don't fuck with that.
The term that always gets me is MAPS, minor attracted people.
Oh my God, yes, that's the term I was trying to find.
Shit right there.
Yo, that is fucking sick and nasty, bro. If you anybody that calls themselves that is fucking sick, dude. Like, what the and then, like, the whole argument is, like, oh, we're minor, attractive, whatever, what he said, but, like, I guess they just don't do the crimes, right? That's their whole thing. Like, they could be attracted to them, but we don't do anything to them.
Do that.
It's like, what the fuck are we... Like, I get the idea that there's gonna be pedophiles in the world, because maybe they just have that...
They're like incels, but, like, by law.
they just have that born instinct to just be a pedophile.
Right.
But, like... No, man, we cannot normalize this. Like, this is not good. Like,
it's not good to normalize that, man.
And I seen, like, a lot of there's professors now stepping up to this and, like, trying to, like, and just put it in there. And I'm just like, dude, people need to step up and, like, stop this immediately.
Yeah, it's organizations like NAMBLA, right?
That's the name of that?
That's the most
main
famous one. It was even featured on South Park one time. Shit was hilarious.
They support that?
Yeah.
Minor attractive people?
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are minor attractive people?
Like,
that's a sick term.
By the way, here's another hilarious thing. You're gonna love this shit.
That's sick.
Postmodernist fucking French philosophers and shit. You know, the ones that... I love how these are the people that are shit. I mean, how the fuck are you gonna shit on a guy like Peterson and fucking, you know, just bless a guy like Michel Foucault who made such a big thing of, like, giving a shit about the oppressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
who's Michel?
Michel Foucault, he was this French philosopher. But, I mean, Michel Foucault, Jacques Derrida, all of these fucking people, they all signed the fucking document where the entire purpose of the document was to lower the age consent laws.
That's another thing that people are trying to do.
That was them. These are all these French intellectuals, and they all agree, like, just fuck yeah.
That's weird, bro.
Lower the age of consent.
That's like the first step to, like, sexualizing people too.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Once you feel like the woke is on that, like, they're trying to just first, they're pushing critical race theory, and then once it's like, well, hopefully it's not, but, like, once it's really in there and people are really following it, then they're gonna, like, lower the age consent.
Man,
I hope not, bro. That would be fucking hell.
I think Gramsci does a better job of laying out the bullshit agenda they have, where it's like going after specific institutions and just filtering it with a whole bunch of
bullshit. Theory. That's first?
Yeah, like, for example, you know, media, religion, of course, has to.
Right.
Religion, right?
Woke religion.
Oh, yeah. You gotta see what they did at the Baptist convention. That shit was hilarious.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, religion, media, you know, education, just those places, right?
Tough places to ignore.
Yeah.
For sure.
So those are the places that you really want to go after if you want to get, because he thought that there was something that Marx was wrong about.
Okay.
Marx thought the material conditions of the world are what moves the dialectic.
Okay.
Right. But he thought no. It's these ideas that society has,
right,
that move things along. It's not the material conditions. Because Marx thought the material conditions are going to lead to this.
What's your thoughts on worker cooperatives?
My thoughts are people can do whatever the fuck they want, but if you want to create an economy of worker cooperatives, good luck with that bullshit.
His idea was, like, the workers should be...
There's not even that much research on it, to be honest with you, bro. People want to act like there's this amazing amount of research on worker co-ops and shit. It's like, bruh.
The idea is that the people working should be the ones that own the business?
Yeah.
That is fucking batshit crazy.
That is the most stupid shit I've ever
Like, I don't gotta be a college-educated person to just hear that and be like, yo, that is insane.
Yeah.
What about all the fucking hard work that the guy did to even start the business?
No, they don't give a fuck about that.
It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, that's just simple knowledge. You don't gotta be a fucking genius and learn rocket science to know that. That's dumb. Like, I get people have different views about it, but it's like, really? What happened if the people that work there don't want to own the business?
If they don't want to own the business?
I'm just saying, like as a counter, like, maybe some of the fucking workers, you know what I mean? Like, some of the workers probably don't even want to own the business. They just want to work. But it's just like, that's such a weird way. Like, Marx really wanted that to be, like, the way for all fucking businesses.
Oh, no. He said that he couldn't speculate about what communism would look like.
Oh, okay.
Because that was so far ahead. That was
really?
So much. Yeah, he said, no, I'm a scientist, man. I'm not doing that. I can't speculate.
You're serious?
Dead ass.
Why? He wasn't trying to, like, Was he trying to like not make it seem like it was communism? Is that was his whole thing?
No, it was 100% communism. No, he wasn't lying about that at all.
Oh, okay. Then what's your point then?
My point is that like communism is something that's going to happen according to Marx in the future.
Oh, okay.
Conditions of now are going to happen in the future. I mean, are going to lead to the.
Oh, okay. That's why I said he couldn't speculate.
I'm a scientist, you know, so I can't speculate about what it's going to look like, you know.
That's funny.
Right. So he could only describe certain things, you know, like.
Well, that's not good though. Like, why the fuck would we even like if we can't like? I don't know. I don't like that whole worker cooperative thing. I don't think it's a very.
He thought that it was moving. That history is the history of class struggle, right? And so we're moving towards progress in history, and imagine it, all the progress that was made up until now. Even Marx thought that, you know, capitalism was way better than just straight up slavery.
Right. Okay. He thought that at least.
So he was like, all right, we went from slavery to feudalism, you know, to capitalism.
Okay.
And now that we got capitalism, the next step is going to be, you know, some socialism with the dictatorship of the proletariat being installed gradually. Government is going to become obsolete, right? Because of how well things are going to be working out and the abundance of resources.
That's
right?
no good.
And so that would just automatically lead to communism. It would be a natural occurrence as a result of the way that the material conditions are, right?
I remember watching actually the Marx documentary you showed me. I don't remember, but like, what was the real reasoning for like Marx's push to even like push this idea? And like, I forgot. I remember he went to like, he had met a couple friends, or like they were all into it or some shit. I don't remember.
They were all into Hegel.
Right. I forgot that guy's name.
He was the shit back then.
Was he?
Yeah, he was definitely the shit.
People really.
And he had died recently.
Okay.
And like everyone was like
on his dick riding.
Shit is so like esoteric and wild and shit, and to this day nobody even.
Dude, you don't get it, man. You don't get the science.
So fucking wild, dialectic, and he, you know, Marx definitely was amazed by the dialectic, but he thought that, you know, this needed to go further. You know, we can't just have.
So he put his foot down. He's like, yo, I'm making this right now.
This can't be in the realm of ideas. It has to be scientific. And how do we make it scientific? We observe the material conditions of wealth. Right.
And Marx lived in Germany?
Yeah. He was a German Jew, philosopher. Was he like middle class, low class? No, he was poor as fuck, but he didn't really work like that at all. So
he's a lazy fuck.
So his homeboy Engels, who I think he butt fucked.
His homeboy Engels, is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Engels actually, you know, it came from a wealthy family.
Oh, okay.
But like they met up and linked, and they were like, "Yo, I totally dig that socialist struggle shit." Oh, they were also very.
His rich friend said that.
Yeah, I mean, those aren't his exact words.
No, I know, but that
was the gist.
It's a good way to put it like that.
Like,
it's funny though, for real.
They discussed it and shit. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is just.
Oh, he was also very influenced by Feuerbach, which is where you also had to be like, oh, this is, you know, like scientific and shit.
Like on some
materialism.
Okay.
So it's the dialectic and the materialism. Dialectical materialism, dialectical historicism, all of that bullshit.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. I know, bro.
It's cool though. It's interesting.
No. It's interesting. It's just sad that people took it seriously.
You think Karl Marx would have like?
I'm just saying, no one's teaching Hegel in sociology class.
And what exactly is Hegel?
Hegel was the dialect. He was the historicist philosopher. He was an idealist, who
so many people, bro.
Who emphasized the dialectic, and he saw history as moving in a certain direction. History was moving towards something, sort of a determinist, and he was very influenced by the French Revolution, and so was Marx as a result.
Oh my god.
And the whole French Revolution, you know, fraternity, egalitarianism, liberty, all that bullshit.
Jesus Christ, man. So many fucking...
Think about people like Hegel and those types of philosophers. They're philosophers of history. And so since that's the case, it sort of requires like a fucking like brief history of history.
Gotcha.
It just requires sort of that, which can be sort of a pain in the ass because you're taking all that effort to learn about a guy who's basically wrong.
Damn.
In terms of like this idea of how history moves along.
And you said people aren't like teaching him in.
I know you definitely learn about Hegel and philosophy and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't learn about him in a fucking science class.
Mm.
You're not gonna be learning any of that bullshit.
It's fucking interesting, bro. I'm trying to see if we got anything else that I wanted to ask.
Nah, bro. I mean, we covered the Marxian shit again. And
did we talk about microaggressions?
Yeah, we definitely talked about microaggressions. That's covered in the critical theory bullshit.
I don't think we touched on it that much, though.
Microaggressions. I mean, microaggressions are some bullshit. Microaggressions are just small slights that, people who are minorities or oppressed in any way experience.
Isn't it like just like it could be microaggression could be a fucking stereotype?
Well, microaggression has to be something that occurs to someone.
Okay.
To someone who is oppressed as a minority of any type or any oppressed class.
Wouldn't it be just like but it could be just like a stereotype, like Asians have small dicks.
That's one, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but that's not a microaggression. That's just
being an insult, like a dick.
Yeah, it's unintentional. Is why they call it a microaggression. It's unintentional.
Oh, gotcha, right? Gotcha.
And so, like, for example, if you say to like a person who's like very foreign looking or whatever,
okay,
your English is so good, you'd be like, of course my English is good. I'm American. Why would they think that about me? Like, you wouldn't say it, you wouldn't respond like that, but it would frustrate you. Like, damn, I thought I was an American, and everybody tells me this shit all the time.
So telling an American your English is so good could be considered.
No, not telling an American.
Telling a foreigner.
Telling a foreigner, oh, your English is so good, because it sort of implies like, oh.
Like, oh, you're not from here.
What that means is like, oh, your English is good for a foreigner.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's a microaggression?
That's a microaggression, yeah.
That's not even an insult.
Yeah.
I would have took it as a compliment. Like, yeah, man.
Like, what else could be a microaggression? I don't know. Maybe like you're, all right, so like this really rich white lady's in an elevator, and a black guy walks in, and she clutches her purse.
Right, that's the obvious, yeah.
Like, unintentionally, she did it.
Like, by accident, if anything. But that's it. It's a microaggression. That was
her honest reaction to just a black man walking in an elevator.
Yeah, it's like that goes with like the books, like white fragility and all that dumb shit.
Yeah, that's that entire class of obsession with race.
I want to read that book.
Don't.
I want to be fucking...
Bro, that book is garbage.
I know. That's why I want to read it.
Super garbage, bro. Like, even in terms of...
You read it?
Even in terms of, like, the critical race bullshit, like, this is weak.
It's weak.
Like, very weak.
You read it?
Bro, it is... Bruh.
I want to read it. I want to see, like, what the funny shit she says.
You want some funny shit, read Anti-Racist Baby.
Anti-Racist Baby?
Yeah.
What is that?
By Ibram Kendi, the same guy who made How to Be an Anti-Racist.
I hate those fucking books.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, don't read it.
I do want to read White Fragility, though, because, like, just, like, it's based on a white woman and her fucking experiences.
Bro,
with...
she's, like everyone says, she's just projecting her own racism into everyone else that's white. She's like, I'm white, I do this, therefore you're white, so you do it too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, she had a situation with a black guy, and then she felt some type of way. Therefore, it's like regarded for all white people, and it's like, what the fuck? Maybe it was just you that felt like that.
Yeah, I don't.
It was just so easy and dumb. Like, I couldn't. And it's like a best-selling book. Like, people actually.
Oh yeah, they push this shit hard.
Like, people will read this shit.
I'm telling you, bro, they be putting this shit in schools and everything like that. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
I would fucking crack up, bro. First of all, I'm not reading anything that's like, I don't know, man. I don't rock with like hate on just one race. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what are we doing? That's not cool.
Fuck.
Are we done?
I mean, we can talk about other shit. Like, I got like fucking...
What you got?
Oh, we already talked about nihilism.
But yeah, we're running out of battery.
We're about to die on this bitch.
Soup.
Good luck with life. I hope you don't kill yourself, whoever you are.
I just called out Bloods. I did not mean to do that, so.
Don't do that.